Hey, so we're still about 400 away from the 10,000, not 10,000 mark, from the 100,000 mark, but we're figuring we'll hop on here, answer your questions. So if you got questions, ask it in the chat. We're happy to answer those questions for you. Please don't spam. Make sure, we'll try to get to your questions as time goes along, all right? But if you got questions for me or Nick, so most of you already know DwarvenDad over here, Nick, right? I'm the person in the back where the real magic happens, okay? Where the real magic happens, and just I kind of help run the YouTube and just making it all work, right? So take the videos, upload them, put thumbnails, get them, do all the tag descriptions, and a lot of times I'm answering a lot of your guys' questions as well. So I'm here. So we got Easy 8. Thank you again. He says, I got a spare bottle of mead. I'm aging right now. I can send you guys if you want. If not, I can send you my recipe if y'all have a Discord. What you want to do there?
Oh, I am down for making some mead. You could definitely send the recipe to our Discord.
Okay,
you just gotta look us up.
Do we have a Discord?
Yeah, we do.
What? Okay, I didn't even know we had Discord.
That's how we were doing the live D&D games for a while.
Okay.
That's how I joined that one.
Gotcha.
Yeah, guys, for those of you just popped in, come join us on YouTube. We're answering every and any question, well, as much as we can.
So, hey, Boss K Ren says, do you have Elden Ring? And I know, Nick, you have Elden Ring.
I do have Elden Ring. Currently, I am running the DwarvenDad build, which means I dumped every single intelligence modifier with pure strength, endurance, and vitality. And I run the bull goat armor only. And then I only have 2 weapons. One is the giant hammer, and the other is the pickaxe.
You heard it here first, folks. The DwarvenDad build, right there. So I can't read your name, but I know it's Russian. Gotta give the cam guys some love. We'll give you some love, brother. What's the Discord? Is it just LODNDS?
What's the channel name? The channel name is LODNDS for YouTube. If you want to get on YouTube, just go click my bio, and you'll see the link tree, and it takes you right there, to guys. Don't forget to sub. We're like 400 away from hitting 100K. The Discord, I'll be right back, guys. I'm just gonna check my Discord real quick.
Okay. Let's see. Phobo the Goblin. What language is that? So maybe we can translate it. I don't know what. I'm not sure what language that is that you wrote. Unfortunately, maybe is it Dwarven? If it is, I still can't read it. I don't know how to read.
Okay,
Dwarven.
So our Discord is LODNDS.
Okay, so I'll put it in the chat over here in YouTube. Discord. LOD
and then the
S.
DS.
Okay.
And we're number 0409, I guess.
Okay, so number 0409. All right, there we go, guys.
I'm back.
Awesome, thank you. So we got another tip here. The Mock Buster. He says, hello, excited for the hammer. Will it be single-headed or full 2-headed warhammer? Really hyped for it. Love the TikToks.
So from what I've seen, there are 2 types of silver play buttons. There is the really old one that's like a little nugget. And the newer one is like an aluminum plaque. And I'm hoping they send... I don't know, I haven't seen what the new one they send out is.
No,
I'm hoping...
I was gonna say, it's definitely the plaque.
It's the plaque now?
Yeah, that's the default. So I was thinking we will have to cut into the plaque itself and just take out the silver button from the top, and then I was thinking maybe like engraving it, like, or you cut out a little square for it and the actual hammer and putting it in, something like that. So one side has the button and the other side maybe has the channel name or something like that.
Well, because I heard it's made out of aluminum or something, so I might just cold forge it.
Cold forge? You know more than I do on that. What does that mean?
It means I'm just going to take a hammer and beat the shit out of it till it looks roughly the shape of a hammer.
I was thinking if we
Or-
could take it to professional and like maybe spend the money for it, make it look nice.
No, everyone's been asking to see DwarvenDad forge. I'll forge it. I'll go outside. I'll get the kiln going. I'll build a pizza oven if I have to. I'll melt that damn thing down.
Okay.
I'll do the one thing I swore I'd never do. I'll make a mold.
Oh god. It's gonna be the Star Wars mold all over again. Let's see.
Yeah, that or I got to figure out what it's made out of. I'm sure once I figure it out, I can figure out if I can actually forge it, or if I have to actually smelt it down into an ingot and then work it from there.
Gotcha. Let's see. I'm reading.
Appreciate that.
I'm reading some comments here. Nora Lewis says, "Hey, DwarvenDad, I sub to you now. Keep it up, the great work."
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, waiting for us, Sir Dwarf. Give me guidance. Well,
Yeah. I'm trying to answer any questions on YouTube and TikTok. So, guys, if you don't know, I'm kind of running both right now.
Okay, and I'm helping out. So, actually, we do have a question here. It says, Voskry is as hammer and shield or two-handed great hammer. So, hammer and shield or two-handed great hammer. What's your pick?
Oh, that's a tough question. Is this Elden Ring? Is this
just in
D&D,
general?
or is this just in general?
Yeah, he didn't say.
Oh dang!
He didn't say. I'm a hammer and shield person. I think I'm in general. I like.
See, it all depends. Is this you're
depend.
going to war, or is this a grudge? Because if it's a grudge, you got to two-hand that hammer.
For sure. I know I was playing Neverwinter and I was always like two-handed characters. So, I skipped a little bit. I saw a question here. When did you start YouTube and TikTok? So, we started YouTube like over a year ago, like April 2021. And then the TikTok kind of shortly followed after that. We got some guidance and we just tried our best here, and Nick over here just kept going and going and going, and eventually
I tried my best to get TikTok to grow, and then one day I just saw a sword and I'm like, that's a piece of ass. but if I said it, I would sound like a jerk. But if a dwarf said it, they'd know where I was coming from.
Yeah, then the dwarf has credibility.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Me, I have no credibility. A dwarf on blacksmithing, perfect credibility.
Awesome. Let's see. Let's keep going here. So never heard of somebody making the hammer out of a play button. Hopefully we're the first and the only.
Yeah. Wait, someone already has one. They're already working on it. Oh, that would kill me.
Let's see. So I'm looking for questions. Send us your questions. Thank you, everybody. A lot of great comments. Space Raptor Infinite, thank you for being here. He's always at our games as well. And he is your true and only Raptor son. He will do everything you tell him to do.
Well, it's awesome to have you.
Actually, want to see this? Okay, there we go. DwarvenDad, what's your favorite beverage?
What is DwarvenDad's favorite beverage? Honestly, I'm pretty partial to mead. Like, I used to drink, like as a person, I used to just like drink Shock Top or hard cider or even like Bastard, and that stuff was okay. I mean, and then one day I tried mead, and that was it.
I fell in love. Never looked back.
I became a meat drinker that day.
Yeah. Hey, I was gonna say, Easy A is asking if you can post a link to the Discord on YouTube. He's saying that he needs assistance with that at the moment.
Okay. Let me. When we get a chance to it, I'll send Hector the link, and we'll definitely get that up for you guys.
Okay. There you go. Or you can put it in the Zoom chat where we're on.
Oh, sure.
Something like that. Let's see. How about making the large hammer, the real big hammer that we have, that you bought? That's gonna be expensive. Shit. How much money would that be? Maybe trying to make a 20-foot, 30-foot hammer, to size, 20 to 30-foot hammer to scale.
To make a hammer to scale. Oh, Jesus Christ! It depends if we're filling it, if it's gonna be solid or not. I mean, if you just want it to look like a hammer, I'll TIG weld it, but
Oh man. I always wanted to be a welder, blacksmith, and sell my works. Do it, man. The only person that's stopping a lot of times is just that person, right? Hopefully there's no bad stuff in your own life, right? Make it happen if you can. We have, do you LARP or AMT guard? I'm not sure I know what LARP is, but AMT guard is, what's that?
I believe the AMT guard it's where you just beat the hell out of each other while you're wearing armor.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's hella dangerous too, man. That's hella dangerous shit.
So the thing is I do not LARP. I've always too, but I'm located in California in a certain area that they just do not have that. Welding is for gnomes.
Is that why you don't see it? I think
that's why we don't see it. We don't see it too much around here. There are certain areas that they do it, like you got to drive out.
Mm-hmm.
And then the thing is, I actually used to do medieval martial arts like a long time ago, like about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And I had a coach who had done like a lot of training and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned sword and board first. Like it's literally just you learn the proper footing and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's just basic striking.
Mm-hmm.
And when they realized that I was too rotund to block anything below the waist, they pretty much outfitted me with a it's like an axe handle with a giant pad on it, so it's like a big old mace.
Right.
And that was what I used, and I distinctly remember it because my teacher came out in full armor that he used for contact sport, and he told me to hit him as hard as I could,
mm-hmm.
and not hold anything back. He let me two-hand it, and I was like, okay, like just hit you. And he's like, yeah, as hard as you can. You're not gonna hurt me, because he wanted to prove that as long as he was wearing the protective gear, he could take the hit.
Right.
Now, keep in mind, I was like 16, didn't know any better, and I should have aimed for the chest because I thought I'm pretty sure that's where he wanted me to aim.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just two-handed swung it, and I just caught him in the side of the dome.
Oh shit!
And he like tumbled, didn't go down. I'll give him that. And I'm a big guy. He like tumbled, and then like after he's like, "See guys, I'm fine." And then he made me like gear up, and then he beat the hell out of me for a half hour.
Totally fine. You're gonna be fine. Like, that's all funny. No, I always wanted to. So I only got into D&D about like 3 years ago, right? So now that I've been kind of being more on the nerdy side of that stuff, like I kind of want to try LARP, but like I see the side of it now. Like, I can understand it. I've always seen kind of nerdy before, but now I see it, and it's just trying it out. Maybe we see if I like it, maybe I don't. But.
I know, because every time I try to get into it, like I always see like that one meme, like fireball, and the guy's like throwing tissue.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, fine, just throwing like these like bean bags.
Yeah, like, but then I see like the other one where the guy's going out there like a big old padded greatsword, like walking into it.
Right.
And they do like full on battles. I'm like, I want to do that.
Yeah. Sounds crazy.
But that's all I need to get out there and like 3 people gang up on me and just beat the shit out of me, and then they'll forever be the guys who beat up DwarvenDad.
Here, we got another question here by the socialists are coming. On a scale of approval to sons not getting meat with dinner, where does being a practicing artificer rate?
Read it to me one more time. It kind of cut out a little bit.
Okay, so it says on a scale of approval to sons not getting dinner, pretty much meat for dinner, where does being a practicing artificer rate? So essentially, if you found out that your son was an artificer, are you giving him dinner, or is that motherfucker starving?
So here's the thing. Like people are always like, "Oh, DwarvenDad's going to be against artificers." I'm not. I'm really not. DwarvenDad's not against artificers because guess what? You got to work the metal anyway, right?
Yep.
You got to know some blacksmith. You can't just you don't just touch metal and it shifts. You got to put the work in. And if anything, you're being more skilled because you're adding to it. Now, as long as there's not filigree and shit like that on her, then that's Faye.
Let's see.
That's Elven.
I think we already talked about your favorite drink, right? Nick's Cypher. He's saying, what was your favorite drink? You got the
Mead.
mead. Have you ever made food from a D&D cookbook? Do you have any cookbook?
I have.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think you have, right?
I have the D&D cookbook, and man, what did I make? It's like roasted duck, and you make it with like a squash and potatoes. But I had like a small duck. That was a pain though, because you gotta literally like butter it while you cook it. I tried to do it like the way I tried to do it D&D style. Like I actually had a fire pit outside, and like I was trying to make a video for it, and I literally stuck it on a stick, and I just kind of like I sat there trying to grill it, and it didn't make it to the video edits because it fell in the fire.
Oh man!
So I had a skillet with potatoes and shit, and it just fell in, hit the skillet, knocked the potatoes and everything over. So I tried my best to gather them up, and like half the chicken was charred and half of it was okay. And so I still should have made the video, but I was like, it's okay, a little bit of ash, it's all right. How much did I pay for the giant hammer? I think you got the wrong creator.
I think everybody thinks they paid for the actual hammer. So, the big one is like, well, this is a necessary purchase. So, but if you didn't notice, there's like fake coins. They're like what? They're like chocolate coins. Like with like, is that what they are?
I'll have you know, those are not chocolate coins.
They're not chocolate coins.
Those are dollar store coins.
Dollar store coins. There you go. So yeah, Space Raptor is wondering that I was writing a comment. He said that his kind, Space Raptor kinds. So have you met other Space Raptors, and is there more raptors in the lands of DwarvenDad?
So Space Raptors are actually kind of rare. Met a few.
But hey, this he has a shield and he has a arm blade, and you made him a +2 arm blade, and he learned Mage Hand.
Oh,
he learned Mage Hand, yeah.
You learn how to carry a 2-pound hammer in that Mage Hand. It's far more lizard folk than raptors, though. That's how it is.
Is it? We think they'll make like an extension of I can't think of what's the one where you're in the jungle. Cholt. Cholt. You think they'll make like a subclass race where it's like for lizard folks, but it's like raptors and T-Rexes and all these other.
I mean, I think they would. They made like I don't know if it was official, but they made like what is it called? The Nagas, the snake people. And some people, they treat those as different ones because they're like some will give them like poison or something. I can't remember if it was an official book though.
Gotcha. So I got a question here. Are you playing Christmas music in the background? And I guess this almost sounds like Christmas music, but no. So
all music is not ran by DwarvenDad; it is ran by Hector.
Yeah, so I blame him. I blame Hector. No, so yeah, so during the live streams, I control the music.
Is that my background?
And I like this guy called Perrytunes. He's Chinese or Japanese. I'm not sure who it is, but if you go to his website, you'll see that it's all different language. But his music, I think it's got to be Japanese. His music's really sounds to me like Final Fantasy music. So if I turn this up a little bit, you'll still be able to hear us. You can clearly hear it's not Christmas music. It's very melodic. It reminds me of Final Fantasy. It reminds me of a Kingdom Hearts, kind of like Kingdom Hearts battle. So this is just something having on in the background. And I try to find stuff that fits the theme. Like Nick, give me something. What type of theme do you want me to do right now? I have town stuff. I have nighttime. I have on the road, dungeon battle music, kind of spooky. What do you want me to change it to?
Just some town music.
Some town music? Okay.
So if you guys want some music, head over to our YouTube channel. Literally just click my face right there in the corner. Hit the link tree and it says YouTube. It'll send you right to us, guys. We're only like 400 away from hitting 100K. Yeah. Help me turn that play button into a hammer.
Yeah. So give me a second here, everybody. I'm going to go with first steps. You know what? For some reason, the music.
You made a character based off DwarvenDad, and they loved it. Good, of course they did. It's DwarvenDad.
Man, for some reason, the music's not working really well today. I think I would need to restart OBS.
Oh no!
It's not really coming together. Let me see if I can get something else on here. How about on the road or dungeon? There we go. I got a dungeon thing going on.
So am I a member of the SCA? I am not a member of the SCA.
I got some Egyptian stuff up now. So hopefully you guys can hear some Egyptian style music. And this is something maybe I would use if Nick ever puts us in a Egyptian place, you know, or Arabian Nights type place, or just a unique boss battle, right? So, but I just like how unique the sounds are. And FY real quick, we're at 99,600 subscribers. So we're 400 away.
Just 400 away.
400. Share it, tell people.
So you said it's like desert music?
Yeah, it's like desert music. It literally reminds me of when you fight that big old sword thing in Kingdom Hearts 1 or 2.
Scarab?
The big old scarab, like in the middle, and you're on the magic carpet. And it reminds me of that. This one, at least.
Man, Dad, are you proud of me yet? That's a tough question.
Be honest.
Proud is a subjective term. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Are you gonna pull the whole Denzel Washington thing? Like, it's like, why don't you like me, Dad? I like you. I don't have to like you. You're my son.
Not my job. It's not my job to be proud of you. My job to give you what you need. Oh, I'm gonna do that. Hector, write that down. Denzel Washington, DwarvenDad. Do you like me? Oh my God, that's gonna be my next video. Full armor. Why don't you like me? Like you? Oh, sweet morning. It is not my job to like you. It is my job to make you blacksmith and get the hell out of my house.
There you go.
Oh, damn it, boy.
That's hilarious.
If I was any more disappointed, I'd be your mother.
Easy 8, thank you again for another tip here. Please, it says, if you guys want to just DM me for the mead recipe, I can send you my Discord. Should we just have, you can find our email, or just send your, what's your email?
We have the email on the thing, don't we?
Yeah. If you go to our channel page and hit the About Me, there'll be like email for business, right?
Hey, Snuggy Man, thank you for the follow.
I can put our email here. So Legends of D&D Storytime at gmail.com.
Password is
Password is. Please don't just spam us. Like if you we treat it as a business, but if you want to get in contact with us for something special, then definitely email us. Okay. No problem there.
And I'm just saying, just kind of throwing this out here. If you guys did happen to want some minis for your own game, we do have a link for skinny minis, which actually look pretty sick, and they're durable. They're waterproof, and I've dropped stuff on my table so many times. And if you use our little code, it's our link tree. Click it, you'll actually save 10%.
You want me to run that real quick for people? I can just push the button right now. It'll go 10% off for skinny minis.
Yeah, let them see it.
Yeah,
so they can actually see what it looks like.
Okay, guys. So just so you know, we did like a little ad, and so it's gonna be skinny minis. It's something that we're gonna be using for our live games. The link should be in the description of this video already. So, but just so you know, we'll be back here in a minute. Once it's over, just wanna, since we're talking about it, we're gonna play it, right? All right, and I'll keep the Egyptian music. I forgot to put no music on it. So here we go.
Egyptian music.
Yeah, we'll keep the Egyptian Arabian Night type of feel going on.
This video is sponsored by Skinny Minis, which has minis available right now for all of your RPG tabletop needs. Built with DwarvenDad resilience, won't let you down in the heat of battle, and with beautiful art that can withstand the toughest of elvish blades, Skinny Minis are durable, beautiful, and affordable minis to bring immersion on demand to your table. They have heroes, monsters, NPCs, terrain, and spell effects with no sacrifice of quality and with no duplicates in any set. Each Skinny Mini is printed on 2mm thick, crystal clear acrylic, die cut, and sized to work with any RPG that uses a 1-inch scale grid. If you've been looking to bring your home Dungeons & Dragons game to life with amazing, vibrant minis that make storage a breeze, then look no further than Skinny Minis. Click the link below to receive 10% off your first purchase with Skinny Minis. Now on to the show.
Alright, so there we go. So yeah, I really like the little dog that they put at the end. They're like, hey, little dogs like Skinny Minis too. So, but yeah, that is the little commercial that we made. And again, if you do purchase something from that, we will get some percentage from that sale. So we talked to them, and we was like, I was fighting like, hey, give our people 15%, but they're like, we'll give them 10. I was like, okay, because they wanted to give 5%. I was like, no, give us more, more for the people. So 10% is good. That's at least the taxes. So if you're interested, head over to the link in the description and buy some. We're waiting on ours. We bought a big old order of Skinny Minis, and they should be coming in later this year. And we're going to be using them for our live games when we sit down on the table. So that should be coming up.
So if you saw me looking crooked, I thought someone was walking around my house. I'm like,
oh, okay.
On my property.
They're after you, man. After you. Okay, let's see. Question: how do you feel about the Barbarian hammer from God of War 2?
Ooh.
Which one was
legit.
that? Which one was that one? I don't remember. I played God of War, but wow. I don't remember it quite well.
No, it's from God of War 2. I don't even remember where I got it from. I just remember I used it because it's like the AOE. It hits around.
Like a smash wave attack, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Does anyone know that Aladdin is actually originally set in West China? Did I say that right? Aladdin? Aladdin?
Yeah, it's Aladdin, dude.
Okay. He put 2 L's in it. Aladdin.
Yeah, bro, it's Aladdin. It's Aladdin and Jasmine.
Okay. So West China. No,
really?
That's what it says. It's actually originally set in West China. So maybe.
Oh, it could be. Like there's a lot of iterations of like the original story of Aladdin. Like there's originally like he was sent into the Cave of Wonder. I don't know if it was Cave of Wonder, where the hell it was, but like he was given a ring that had a genie to use in emergencies to get the actual lamp, because genies had hierarchies, and the lamp one was like at the top of the food chain.
I heard of that before. I didn't know the lamp was like that high up.
I'm sure there's something stronger. Random fact of the day.
Yeah, I understand that we're kind of late for some people. So Logan, have a good night. If you gotta go, you gotta go. Understand? So we're at 6:14. We don't know.
What am I doing here?
You tell me.
I'm just chilling.
They can go to my YouTube channel, my click on my link. I'm trying to get to 100K, we're like 400 away from getting that silver play button.
Okay, he's talking to Tick-Tock right now. Let's see if some got some other questions. Yo, it's me, Pineapples. I'll love to know Pineapples is here.
Okay, so guys, it looks like my phone.
Few terms. Hector, what's your favorite food? My favorite food. I like a lot of food. So I need to work out some more, but I really like barbecue food now. I joined the military about like 6 years ago, and I never had barbecue, like just like barbecue ribs and like briskets, pulled pork, all that stuff, and like even like the beans are freaking delicious. Like it's legit, So and they finally opened up a pretty good barbecue place nearby, and it's like Texas rub style, so it's pretty good compared to some other barbecue places here in the area. But when I go out to like the Bay, to like San Francisco or like Alameda County, they got some good stuff out there. So there's a place called Sauce. If you're ever out there by Alameda County, Dublin, Livermore has a place called Sauce, and it's pretty good.
Oh.
Yeah. I would buy just the barbecue sauce. They had like this habanero barbecue sauce, and it was like delicious, like all spicy, and put that on like a sandwich or some wrap, and that was really good. Why was this typhoon so important? No, not even. Just Typhon. Typh.
I am trying to find this question for the life of me.
It's Space Raptor again. It's not too far up. But it's so important in my kind. Better question: who is Typhon? I'm not sure who Typhon is either. Logan's out. Should I eat another live worm? Why are you eating live worms, GTL? That's a better question.
Don't eat worms. Use them to go fish.
And then people are like, ate fireflies, I guess. Eat the worm. Oh.
I ate a firefly once. Okay, I see him now.
So here's a good question. Do you watch any other D&D YouTubers or TikTokers? Who do you watch?
I watch Jacob, XP level 3.
Okay.
Death Battle.
Death Battle? For D&D?
Yeah, dude.
I don't think I'd know that one.
Oh, no, Death Battle. They just take two fictional characters and let them beat the shit out of each other.
Okay.
What about you, Hector? Who do you see on D&D? I mean,
on
D&D.
YouTube?
Who do you watch on YouTube?
Almost everybody. I enjoy Trump Monk a lot. I try to watch Dungeon Dudes. I do like Dungeon Dudes when I'm trying to come up with a new character.
Yeah, definitely.
But sometimes the videos get a little long for my taste sometimes. So a new upcoming, I don't know the guy's name. But obviously Critical Role. I watch Critical Role. But there's this one guy who just did like the whole background on why Orion, I forget his last name, but the guy who played Stormwind on the first season. I'm forgetting the both Orion, Stormwind, I think it's called.
I'm trying to look him up right now. I know one.
Yeah, but this guy made a full video on like the whole drama that happened there. Like, and it wasn't like drama. It was like, okay, what was the reasoning behind it? And I really appreciated that. You know, I thought that was really cool. And I'm always looking for new D&D creators, especially.
You know who's the good one, guys? Especially if you're getting into tabletop D&D, Wylock. Wylock is legit. What he does is he shows you how to make your own dungeon pieces out of like really, really cheap stuff, like stuff you find at the dollar store. And he taught me how to make my first like I'm talking years ago. I made my first battle map that people really liked, and all I did was just copy what he showed me. And it was just like chipboard and like stuff I got at the dollar store.
So is this
like the entire map?
Is this Wylock's Armory?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm subbing to him right now.
When I'm down here at my workbench doing my hobby thing,
maybe
I like
we can
to
invite him
on.
over. To
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it says he just hit 100K as well.
Really?
Yeah, it says 100K on this channel.
Oh, sweet! Awesome for him.
Yeah. So we're behind him. There's also Dungeon Craft. He's pretty cool. Yeah.
You know what else is really cool? Odin.
I think you mentioned him before.
From Odin Makes.
Odin
when
makes
I started,
swords.
Yeah, when I started getting into like costume making, cosplay, and props, I used to watch him religiously. Because he shows a lot of cool methods for making stuff.
Hello.
Yeah.
I actually got to meet him not too long ago, a couple months ago.
Okay. Nice.
He was down at a con and he brought a bunch of his stuff, man.
You need to
Yeah,
invite
man. He had like huge Buster swords, Gundam armor.
Yeah, I see.
He had a gaffy stick he made from Star Wars. Like it was sick.
I'm looking at his channel right now. He has a lot of stuff. We should invite him over for our your D&D story type thing.
That'd be cool. And dude, he's chill as heck. Like I thought like a lot of creators are gonna be stuffy. And he was like legit a nice guy. Like, and that's like a real cool thing for me. Like to meet people, I'm like, oh damn, you're like really, you're not a jerk at all. I totally misread you. Like,
I think I told you about somebody who felt that they came off like a jerk, but they were just, seeing them again. They're like, maybe I just misread them.
Was that me?
No, it wasn't you. You're always a jerk. Easy E sent the recipe. Let me know if you received it. You want to check? You want to check?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll check.
I'm sorry.
Right
You
now.
talked about barbecue, and I have some barbecue sitting in front of me. So I'm not sure.
Asshole. I wish I had some barbecue. Let's see. I'm gonna look for more questions here. Would fried bugs be better? Yeah, I think usually almost everything is fried. Almost everything fried is better. Not all the time, but almost all the time.
As someone who's had like oil fried scorpions and grasshoppers and stuff like that, it just turns them into a chip.
Turn into a chip. For sure. You know what? I'm kind of interested. I'm gonna create a poll and say I'm gonna say, would you eat fried bugs? Let's see what people say. Ask the community.
I just saw this. I didn't realize we hit 35 million views.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Yep. Yeah, man.
Guys, that's all thanks to you guys. We appreciate that. Let's see here.
Yeah, so people are voting to see if they would eat fried bugs right now. I want to know. I want to know the truth.
Would you eat fried bugs?
I mean, I think I would.
I'll click yes because I've done that.
You done that? Okay. I was watching Survivor last night, and that ate some like live maggots. It looks hella nasty. Oh, and then Chamey says, "I'm gonna go eat my fried maggots and hit the sack."
I'm looking for this.
All right. So while they're looking for that, it says, "Do you guys watch?" Or it says, "Are there any animes that you guys are watching or enjoying?" Are you watching anything?
Oh, always.
Yeah?
What else? What am I watching right now? Let me pull them up. There's a list. Yeah. I've been watching a few, trying to rewatch a couple. I'm rewatching Overlord right now because the new season's gonna come out soon. I'm an old school Gundam fan. And then growing up, I used to like really build model kits, like a lot, and so I was like really into Zoids.
For sure.
Just Gundam with monsters or with robots that look like animals. And then it's kind of weird, but I can't even remember the name of it. It's an anime about a door that leads you to a restaurant. And I found out about it because someone sent me a video of two dwarves going into it, and they were just chowing down on seafood, and I thought that was legit.
Nice. As I said, for me, I really wish that a Death Note 2 would come out. Like,
Death Note 2?
I really enjoyed Death Note when that came out. I really enjoyed it. But I grew up on Dragon Ball Z, and I even watched the original Dragon Ball. I didn't get into GT too much because I was too young and I didn't know how to find all the Japanese subtitle stuff. Like I couldn't do it when I was younger.
Over there typing in Japanese cartoon, get the wrong site, and then all of a sudden you're in trouble.
Yep. But yeah, I was gonna say what else? Yeah, I mean I feel like those two, and it kind of I did a little bit of Fairy Tail for a little bit, and then I really enjoyed Sword Art Online the first.
Yeah, the first one was good.
Season. Now I watched a little bit more after that, but yeah. Did we receive the recipe from Easy 8?
I'm looking, I don't see it.
You don't see it? Maybe try it later, Easy 8, or.
Sometimes our email does run slow.
Well, it's a Gmail. It shouldn't run slow.
Or I could be on my email instead of the company's. Hang on.
Where's Pineapple says hi. It's Pablo Surita. He says, "I'm Pineapples. It's me." All right, so I think our votes are in. 71% of you says that you would eat bugs, and the other 29% of you says It better be for $1 million. So I'm good to know. We'll make Nick eat some bugs sometime. Notice I said Nick, not me.
I'll do it.
Awesome.
I don't see it.
You don't see it? Maybe he got it. Let me write down our email again. If you wanna
Legends of D&D Storytime at Gmail.
Yeah, D&D Storytime.
All letters.
Yep. Just make sure you copy this and send us that recipe. That's totally cool. I was gonna say, please don't spam our email because we do use it for business. But if you have something that maybe like, hey, this is interesting, want to work with us, please do send us an email, and we'll get back to you. Yeah. Oh yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho. Sorry, some old stuff like that. Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh yeah.
I told you I wanted to do Ronin Warriors.
Oh my god, I forgot about Ronin Warriors.
Yeah. Also, I like Kenshi Munyo, but for some reason I really like that one. And Ronin Kenshin. Ronin Kenshin was my thing.
See, Kenshin, or was it Ronin Kenshin? I remember that.
Uh-huh.
But for me, it was Samurai X, the one that came out before it.
Ah, okay. And I didn't watch it, but I know what you're talking about. Here, we're gonna try and we're behind on your questions, guys. But thank you. Keep coming with your questions here. We're just hanging out. We're having a fun time. Let us know what type of music you want to hear. I'll try to play a little DJ a little bit. But we got another question. If you got any thoughts on this, Nick, what's your take on the character Percy from Critical Role, Campaign 1, Gunslinger?
You guys don't want me to talk about Critical Role. You really don't. You don't.
I want to know why. This is the moment.
No, because anything I say is going to screw any future possibilities of ever happening.
Oh, wow. Not bad.
Meeting one of them in person.
That bad? But people appreciate honesty.
No, they don't. People don't want honesty. People want brutal, fake opinions.
Brutal fake opinions?
It's like when people are like, how do you feel? Like, don't you like Molly Mock? And I was like, you don't want to hear what I have to say about Molly Mock. Molly Mock's a saint. And I'm like,
I don't know. Look, I watched all Campaign 1. I couldn't do Campaign 2. I got up to like 40 something episode, 50. I'm like, okay, I'm good. And then Campaign 3 came out. And I started watching that, and for me, that's better. But I didn't like Molly Mock too much. But
so here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Percy was a good character.
Yeah.
Very well developed. A lot of backstory in it, and I really like as a character itself. I think it was very well fleshed out. He makes characters that people want to relate to. But they're always like some tragic backstory, and it's what's the old saying? It's like a hurt bird. You know what I mean?
Okay.
People are like, "Oh no, I can fix them," and
right.
that's what he feeds off of, because he knows he's gonna get the group of people that thirst after that. Like, you can't tell me he made Molly Mock and was like, "Oh, people are going to think of him like a brother." No, he made Molly Mock as straight thirst trap. And Percy was the same way.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to comment on that, except that I know that they're like all like voice actors, and they'll study some sort of drama, or they're in that field.
No,
so
of course.
They know how to maybe that's something that he learned from from the voice acting tactics, or that like, hey, this is a way to gain emotion, so maybe he just naturally does it. So
maybe. But that being said, like I liked Percy as a character, and Percy was cold-blooded.
Yeah.
like Percy was a G. Like
yeah, I was gonna say I like Percy too. Mm-hmm. Go ahead though.
Like I don't know. I feel like people tried to pull his character or give it like a backstory that it didn't have. Mm-hmm. But again, that's true with any kind of fandom. And I think that Tossin, he did a really good job with Percy. And I think he did a good way of introducing as a DM, I'll put guns in my campaign. Like, screw it, why not? Mm-hmm. And I thought he did a really good job of showing how like black powder in a medieval fantasy can just wreck with shit. And I thought that was an incredible job on that.
I think they did really well. I was watching it when I was barely getting to D&D, so I didn't know like all the rules and everything along with it. So I always got annoyed, like damn, it's fucking gun jammed again, motherfucker. But then looking at it, like it's kind of a balanced mechanic, maybe a little bit too actually broken, where it just jammed too often.
No, I think part of that was he pulled it from Pathfinder, I think.
Yeah. He started because they started on Pathfinder and then they went to 5e, so they adjusted their stuff.
But here's the thing: a gun jamming, especially a flintlock, is it happened a lot. Mm-hmm. Like guns back in the day just sucked. Like they don't get me wrong, they work, and I forget what his main gun was. Like
there's pepper, bad news. There's bad news.
And
pepper.
Was it bad news or bad day?
Bad news is the big one.
Bad news. Bad news was like the quintessential sniper rifle, and when he got that gun, he only had like one shot, and then it was like it took forever to reload it. Mm-hmm. But that gun showed why guns can be overpowered in D&D, and it's like, well, a wizard can cast fireball, yeah, but a wizard can only cast fireball a handful of times. Mm-hmm. If someone's going to reload a gun for Percy, he would have been unstoppable. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic about like my own.
No,
I'm already thinking about a game.
This is what people wanted to hear. This is what they want to hear. You drinking mead and hearing what you have.
Oh, this ain't me. This is way harder than mead.
This is way harder.
This one's 20%.
Here's the question to settle it for once and for all. So we know that DwarvenDad hates elves. So my character's a half and half or elf. What? Is a half and half or elf and giant who prefers to work metal but is swordmaster. Your thoughts, Dad? I think
okay.
I think so he's half elf, half giant. I think that's what he meant to say. So your thoughts on the half elf, half giant? But you hate.
I think elves are thirsty as shit, and I can see one trying to hook up with a giant.
But like, hey.
Here's the thing: DwarvenDad does not hate elves. He hates the idea of an elf.
Trying to follow.
As for giants, you can kneecap them all day. That's fine. So a long time. Okay, so people are always like, "Well, why does DwarvenDad hate elves?" And it's not like it's a D&D thing. It's not like it's a Pathfinder thing. This went all the way back to when I first saw Lord of the Rings, and Legolas was a cocky mofo. And Gimli was, don't get me wrong, Gimli was none better. But as someone who read the books and saw their friendship grow before I even saw the movies, because I was a huge fantasy nerd growing up. Like I used to watch, like as a kid, I watched freaking King Arthur and the Knights of the Round. And if you don't know what that is, you're too young. And I remember reading those books, and like they had a solid friendship. And then I watched the movie, and then it was just a shillelagh measuring contest the entire trilogy. And I remember I had a friend who told me that, oh man, if they ever got in a straight fist fight, Legolas would knock the hell out of Gimli. And I looked at him and I'm like, you know the lore behind dwarves, right? And he's like, no. I'm like, well, they're like freaking walking stones. He'd flail at him, break his hands, and then Gimli would just take him to the ground. And that started a lifelong rivalry where my friend was pro elves and I was pro dwarves. And that's just how that started.
So this history behind that.
All because they never got to actually throw hands in the movie.
Man. It all makes sense now.
That my first D&D character was a dwarf that got like screwed over by an elf, and then that just left a wound that never healed.
I got a question for me here. It says, oh, never mind. I think who prefers to work with metal? Okay, so and then I don't know. It's connected. The same guy. So Mockbuster asked you that question right now. But then he said, Hector, what do you run in D&D? I gotta know. Like,
there you go.
What like when it means what character? Like what character that I run?
Runs me up the fucking wall.
Nah.
No, he's asking what you make. What do you play?
What did I play? So I like to play tanky builds. So like a lot of AC. So like I like to essentially I like to play like a fucking turtle. So
play a turtle.
I think I like to be more defensive up front, even at the cost of damage. I'm not somebody who's like, oh, let's get up in the front range and take a bunch of damage. Like I want to survive, right? And I understand that D&D is one of those like permadeath type of situations. It can be, at least. So a lot of my characters, I try to so far. Well, I only played a couple of characters so far, but I have made Tuba, who is a fighter paladin, and his AC is like 25 without a shield right now.
27. It was 27 for a while.
Well, that's with the shield. So
and I tried my hardest to make him a frontliner, guys. Like he went fighter. He took all like paladin stuff, like for damage. Like here's this really cool weapon, and he still kept trying to push it towards AC. And it got to the point where I'm like, he's in full play and I'll drown him.
Yeah, I'm drowning. But yeah, I tried to do this lizard folk sorcerer one time. It was like a divine sorcerer, but didn't really play very much on that one. I currently have Romeo, who is a fire genasi artificer, and I took
an artificer with what? The collapsible armor.
Yep. But at the same time, the reason why I went with that route is because we did need a tank of some sort. So and she has that that thunder gauntlet thing that stuns the enemy for a round, essentially.
Oh, that's true.
So it's like very powerful in that respect. So again, I'm not doing a lot of damage, but I just enjoy tanking a little bit. But this next character, I want to base off like we're going to do like a space thing, kind of like Spelljammers essentially, and I kind of want to go running warrior. And right now I'm looking at a ranger and see how I can transform that into maybe doing like a dual wielder. But I need to talk to the rest of the guys and really see. I like being a team player. At the end of the day, I like being a team player. So I want to hear what the other guys have, and then I'm gonna adjust and see what I can make, what I can do with that. Essentially, that's how I like to play. But literally for this, I thought like, well, since we're gonna be space, and I know that spells are really important, I was thinking of doing like an AC blade singer. Somehow.
Yeah, did the guys talk to you about how I'm gonna let you guys go absolutely insane on this one?
You mentioned it, like as far as our characters.
All right, so guys, what I did for this campaign, just so you guys know, if you guys want to come watch it, because I think it's going to be absolutely crazy. What I did is I combined Pathfinder and D&D.
Ooh.
I gave them a 25-point buy. For those of you who know D&D, that means they can literally have some of their scores, like up to 3 of their scores at like 18. They could literally go 18, 18, 18, but like the other 3 are going to be like 7, 7, 7 if they really wanted it.
Yeah, the standard score, the standard point is 19, right? Or 17. The standard?
No, it's like 18 points or something like that. I don't know.
It's like 19 or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I'm giving them like the ability to make an epic level fantasy character, and then I'm letting them pick any feats they want from not only D&D 5e but from Pathfinder. And if you guys have ever played Pathfinder, you know there is a book and a half. I'm going to let them have gear from it. I'm going to pick from both sources. What I want to do is I just want to make this thing the most absolutely insane thing ever. Because as they do that, I'm going to do that. They asked if they could pick classes from Pathfinder. I said go for it.
Okay.
And
so I was not aware of this.
Oh no. Well, Kevin was given specific instructions to tell you that.
Oh, that worked out really well.
And so I want this adventure to be fun. I want it to be memorable. I want it to be absolutely crazy. And so I'm giving them like all this leeway. Did they tell you that you get a phaser? Did they let you know that?
Nope.
Oh my god. Okay, so you're going into space. You're going into space. You gotta have a phaser, right?
Okay, like a pew pew phaser.
Yeah, like the Star Trek phaser.
Okay. Okay.
A little thing I'm planning on implementing is that when you guys get on your spelljammer, you know, your little.
Yeah.
Well, the campaign spelljammer, when you essentially get into your ship, you're all gonna find some like compression shirts to help keep you anchored to the ship, so you don't just fly away and space don't mess you up. And I'm gonna have quite a few red ones, a couple yellows, a blues, you know, and we'll see what happens if you pick up a red shirt.
Okay.
Bring an extra character sheet. Bring an extra character sheet. Yeah.
I got my work cut out for me for tomorrow.
But yeah, I'm making it so you guys can have some crazy. But it's going to be like a mix of every sci-fi video you guys have ever seen. It's going to have magic. It's going to have science. It's going to have lizard folk. It's going to have, you know, alien versus predator. It's going to be a lot of stuff.
Awesome. There you go. Any questions from TikTok over there? Any questions from
my
TikTok?
phone died.
Oh, your phone died.
No, I told before it died, I was like, get to YouTube, and then it died.
Oh,
so
okay. Well, I'm looking at more questions here. What's your favorite D&D class? Do you have a favorite?
Cleric.
Cleric? What is that?
Why? So clerics are just a jack of all trades. There's so many different types of clerics. Plus, I when I first played, my first character was a cleric, Narek the Cleric, and my GM hated him because my name rhymed.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even think about that when I made him. It just popped in my head.
Right.
And the reason I liked him is because I could do anything with him. If I needed water, I could make water. If I needed food for them, I could give them food. He was a walking Band-Aid if they got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to a higher level, and then I could cause catastrophic damage if I wanted to. And the thing that cemented clerics for me is that in Pathfinder, clerics are heavy armor characters, which means they can wear full plate.
Right.
And because it was my first game, he's like, "Oh, I'll let you have full plate. Here, have a full plate." And then I'm like, "Can I have a tower shield?" And he's like, "Are you proficient in it?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "Fuck it, you'll never use it. Have a tower shield." So then he gave me a tower shield. Mm-hmm. And then he swore up and down he was going to drown my character. They were just going to die. That's how it was going to be. And so forever and a day, my one of my permanent spells on my character was air bubble. And we were in the middle of a desert, a freaking desert. And what does he do? He drops me in a hidden water well that's been undiscovered for a millennia. And as I'm tumbling down, I'm just like, oh, wait. Air bubble. And he fought me on this. He's like, there's no way you have air bubble prepared. I'm like, of course I have air bubble prepared. This was my first game, first campaign, first character. My stats were written in pen. Ooh. As were my spells, because I did not know I could change my spells.
Right.
And so I hand him my paper, and he's like, there's just no damn way. There's no goddamn way. And so there's my character. I just floated at the bottom of this well, able to breathe. Like, well, you'll never get out of that well. How are they going to get you out? And I'm like, oh, they have my bag. You don't have an anchor. And as a player, I hoard stuff, and I'm like, yes, I do. I have a rock in my bag that's the perfect size. And he's like, you're full of shit. So I hand him my character sheet again, and in my sheet it says skull-shaped rock. And it was just something he described, but I thought it was part of a puzzle. No, it was just a freaking rock. But I held on to it.
Right.
And just seeing the look of disgust on his face, I'm like, oh man, clerics are awesome. And ever since I played a cleric.
Awesome. No, that makes sense. For me, I just always like, no matter what game it was, I always played just like frontliners, so like fighters and whatnot. I think I still like the champion fighter, even though it's not the best in the class. I just like the thought of the big old smashes and just the technicality of it, just kind of but I think my favorite class would be something like a paladin, where kind of like a white knight, where you can fight and just heal yourself. So I didn't necessarily try to do that with Tuba, but if there were some sort of class that was kind of, I guess I find it from Final Fantasy, because you're able to do that in Final Fantasy. It's like you get the fighter, person making attacks, and then you just kind of heal yourself with, customize your guy to heal themselves a little better. I think it was Final Fantasy 7. You can do that with Cloud if you focus a little bit on white magic. So I think I kind of come from that background, and I always like the monsters. I remember Kamaria. I think Kamaria was the guy's name. The beast in Final Fantasy X. Yeah. Like this. That guy was pretty cool. But so I'm really come from that video game background, just because
I totally remember that.
You know what I mean? Like I only started playing D&D like 3 years ago. So real quick before we answer any other questions here. So I was gonna save this till after we hit 100K, but I just noticed our membership stuff just got approved. So
did it?
Yeah. So you want me to talk about it real quick?
Oh heck yeah!
All right. So check it out, guys. Our membership just got approved. That means that you can become a member of our channel and support us. So what I did earlier today, and you're gonna see it here on the screen right now, is you can now, for the price of just $1, you can get badges, and right now we get 4 emojis. As we get more members to to the channel, then I can add a lot more emojis. But right now we have 4. We have the Good Wrench, because everybody likes what happened to DwarvenDad's Good Wrench. We have Disappointment. We have the Elven Love emoji for when you really love something. And then we just have a hammer, right? When you just want to hammer that thing, wham! Right? And the emojis on the very top, those are badges. So your first month, you're going to get the D4. After a month, it upgrades to a D6. Then after, I think it's 2 months, it upgrades to a D8. By month 6, it'll upgrade to that rainbow D10. After a year, it upgrades to the D12, and then after being a member for 2 years, you get the holy D20, and that D20 is special for a reason. You'll find out once we hit 100,000K, but this is, hopefully we reach it, and we want to give you guys some announcements. We have some really big things happening. Okay, so if you would like to become a member of our team, of our group, or of our channel here for just $1, go ahead, and I think if you refresh your page, you should be able to see that option if you don't see it yet. Okay, and then you can start spamming hammer emojis and Elven Love emojis, and we'll see a badge next to your name. So yeah, so if that's something that interests you, go for it. Okay, and I'll work on creating more emojis for us as slots open up on our side. So they just limited to 4. So once you first, the only limit is to 4, and then once we get like 2 people, then it goes to 5, and then like 10 is like 6. But eventually, once we get more members, we can have up to like 50 emojis. So there'll be like plenty. It's just right now it only has a few. It only allows me to have a few. So, but I'll be working on those emojis as more and more people sign up to become members with us. Okay, let's keep answering some questions. We're behind. We got a lot of questions now, and here, let's see. I don't want to skip anybody. Tequila Worm. Tiberius Stormwind. That's the name of that. Thank you. I couldn't remember. I was remembering Aurum. That's all. What series do you guys prefer, and do you stay with the times? I'm not sure what he's talking about. Do you know what he's talking about?
Read that again.
What series is your guys' preferred? And do you
like Pathfinder or D&D? Like, which one do you prefer?
Okay. Which one do you prefer? You're more Pathfinder guy?
I like D&D 5e for teaching new players because it teaches them like the basics and how to get in and out. The way I look at it is Pathfinder, not Pathfinder 2e, because that's trying way too hard to be 5e for D&D. But the original Pathfinder, the way I look at it is D&D, the new one, is like learning how to ride a tricycle. And then Pathfinder, if you've never played D&D, is like they hand you a unicycle and just say go. And it's like you just got to figure it out. It's either you take to it, or you crash and burn until you figure it out.
All right, for sure. I haven't played Pathfinder. I'm very new to all of this, so D&D was my first tabletop game. I was literally just like all video games before, and I thought that, I literally thought that like D&D was super nerdy back when I was like in high school, like. You know, that was the portray thing, right? So, but, look who's the nerd now.
I know, like, I didn't even get into it until like college, like tabletop games.
Yeah,
like it was my freshman year in college. That's when I got into it. Gotcha. But like, it's funny, like things that we got hell for when we were growing up are hecka mainstream now.
Mm-hmm.
Like watch anime, kids nowadays. Like I'm a teacher, and there is not a kid in my class that does not watch anime.
Really?
I got 30 plus kids, and they're all like, "Oh yeah, no, Demon Slayer." I'm like, "Okay, no, the new Dragon Ball." Okay,
that's crazy.
Like, who would win, Goku or Vegeta? I'm like, those two have like Goku has never beaten Vegeta in a. And I told him like Goku's never beaten Vegeta, but what about? No, he never beat him. People intervened. They've never gone all the way out.
That's true.
What about Boo Saga? Nah, he offed himself. Yeah, it's technicalities, but it's technicalities. And then like again, like anime, the kids are into it. Just basic stuff that we got hell for, they're into. I have a couple of kids that are doing like there's a kids D&D thing now, like Young Adventurers book.
Yep.
And I was walking by one day and I saw one of them making a character, and I'm like, "What are you making?" And he like covered it, and I'm like, "No, it's cool. What is it?" He's like, "Oh, me and my friends are gonna play a game, and you kind of pretend to be, you know, like from a book, and
yeah,
I'm making Tanjiro from Demon Slayer." And I'm like, let me take a look at that. And so I took the book and I spit out a character for him in like 5 minutes. And he's like, "How did you learn to do this?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it." Like, I read the fine print. Don't worry about it.
Right.
And he came back the next day and he's like, "It really worked because I was able to do this." And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, and like, I'm like, this kid is going to grow up to play a game that he's going to love for a long time.
Right.
And like, if I had learned about D&D earlier, like, it's a stress reliever for me. And then I became a DM, and then it became nothing but stress. But back in the day when I was a player, it was a stress relief. And like, because I used to cram, I had like full college schedules, and D&D, or well, Pathfinder at the time, it was just a way to relax.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say real quick, DK Hopkins Gaming, thank you. You're our first member, so thank you very much for jumping on board. I called the membership DwarvenDad's Children. I'm not sure. I didn't know what else to call it.
No, so, it's fitting.
It's fitting. Okay, then we'll have to decide. There's no tier 2 or tier 3 right now. Just one tier, but we'll have to come up with names for it.
I'm gonna have to do like the tiers. Like, first tier is,
it's gonna put adopted children.
First tier is gonna be adopted. Second tier is gonna be like questionable. Third tier, maybe I need to take a paternity test. Fourth tier, fourth tier illegitimate or something. And then like the final tier will just be not a disappointment.
Yes.
Not a disappointment. Not child, just not a disappointment.
Maybe second tier can be just be like, get back in the forge.
Back in the forge, that'll be cool.
Back in the forge.
But yeah, DK Hopkins, thank you for the membership. So that gave them access to.
So again, when you get, I'm showing again on it. Right now, access to the first badge, which is a D4, and then after a month,
which I definitely see now.
And then once it upgrades, after a month, it upgrades to a D6, and then so on and so on. And he gets 4 emojis right now that I created earlier today. So we got the good wrench.
Sweet.
So when you want to give a thumbs up, good wrench. When you see something disappointing, you put disappointment, right? When you really like something, then you can do the elven love, and that's really Nick and his wife right there. So that's really his wife with the filter. So just know that there's lots of love in that little emoji when you put it on there. And then we got a hammer from when you just want to be like, hammer that, that can either be good.
Every time you see a crit,
that can be bad. Yeah. Every single time you see a crit from his horrible dice gel D20s that he uses on us, hammer, wham. Okay. So,
DK Hopkins, do you think you could throw one of those in the chat so we can see it?
Yeah, let's see that. I want to see.
I want to see him. I want to see him in action.
You should have the option now. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so yeah, he has a little. That's cool. It has a little D, and I really tried to find a cool D4, but that's the best I could find, and kind of work with it. I was gonna take a picture of one, but a busy day. I had my nephew's graduation party today, so I was like rushing everything.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, so
did it go off in the chat? I can't see it.
You guys scroll down all the way. I was gonna try to. Oh yeah, yep.
Oh, there it is. There it is. I see it now.
Yeah. Let me know if you like the color. The colors. Anytime you guys feel like, oh, I want this to be better, then it'd be cool. So Borgan and Rager. No, you are not late to see the hammer. We don't have a hammer yet. We gotta hit 100K first. All right. So.
Hey, MacBuster.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So this is really exciting for us. This is the first time.
Yeah, no, you guys like I'm legit like yeah.
This is the first time doing our membership thing on here in the channel. So. See,
once TikTok hits 200K, and I got to do the twerk and the armor, we're gonna turn that into a GIF. Just.
Oh, okay. I see you.
I think that'd be funny.
That'd be pretty good. Let's see. So I'm trying to get to the questions here. I'm trying to remember where we left off. Tiberian Stormwind. I mean. Gia. That name sounds familiar in D&D. Who exactly is Gia? That does sound familiar. Gia was wife to Hyperon. Am I saying that right? Hyperon, I believe.
Might be.
Okay. Or Gia was wife to Zeus. Something like that. Okay. So I'm looking for questions.
Damn, there's so much freaking lore. There's so much lore.
Here's a question. If a Goliath-sized barbarian was using an iron trunk as a weapon, and DwarvenDad saw... And DwarvenDad saw, would he make him a hammer to fight with? And if so, what would DwarvenDad want in return? So, if you saw a giant Goliath with a chunk of iron, would you make a hammer out of it for the Goliath? And what would you want back in return?
See, now Goliaths are akin to giants, but they're smarter, so they can understand how to purchase. If a Goliath had an iron, like just a huge chunk of iron, DwarvenDad honestly would probably do the commission just to prove that he could make something that big. And the price, probably just weigh it, the amount of work. Everything's commissioned in the forge. If you got the coin, you got the weapon. That's how it works.
All right. Makes sense. Can't be Inuyasha, says Smitty Bones 3031.
Hey, MacBuster, welcome to the Forge.
Oh yeah, MacBuster didn't say it, but the MacBuster. Thank you for joining us as a member. And as time goes along, we're gonna try and make those memberships even better and better. There's options where they can be like only the members can write in the chat, or members have priority when we reply, and like a bunch of stuff like store discounts and things. Yeah.
Affect the outcome of a game. We'll do polls.
Yeah, technically, we can do member only polls. So if you're a member, then you can vote on something like that. You know.
You guys do know we do giveaways every so often. So.
Ooh, so you got to be a member, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Last time, my first giveaway was dice cages and dice. Then I sent out some D&D pops. And then we recently just shipped out
the skinny minis.
That was like over $300 in skinny minis.
Yep.
Just out to the world.
Yeah. And again, the skinny mini links is in the description below if you want to check them out. We do get a little small sliver of that, but you get a small discount as well. So, so hopefully win-win for everybody.
Yep. Personally, I like the DwarvenDad bundle they had. All dwarfs all the times. Let's see, what question were we on?
Here's a good question. Does DwarvenDad hate Drugar, or does he think that they are misunderstood? I don't think you hate him, right? You don't hate Drugar, do you? You gotta get. It looks like you're getting into your DwarvenDad mind. Like you're getting in there. Like
I know.
Dad. Do I hate him? What did they do to me?
Oh, sweet Lord. It's like hating a dumb puppy. It's not their fault. You know,
there you go.
I think Duergar are themselves. Duergar are dwarves. They just it's like they have no thumbs when they forge. It's not their fault. You can't blame them.
Yeah,
They've been living in the Underdark. There's spores and shit down there. It just gets in your head.
Yeah, aren't they just like completely enslaved, or do they, or they have their own free will as well?
No, they have free will. They're just dwarves that have no honor.
No honor. Okay. Kind of barbaric a little bit, but not like not like the wild dwarves. It's totally different though.
I don't think I've ever seen a wild dwarf.
Or what wasn't it the wild dwarves, or not the hill dwarves? But what am I thinking about? The halflings? Am I mixing it up with that wild?
Oh, like the wildlings or something?
Yeah, the wildlings. Yeah.
Just a feral hobbit.
Yes, exactly. All right, I'll shut up now before I embarrass myself some more. Okay.
What would a feral hobbit even look like? He's just out there in the woods grilling bacon on a skillet.
So Rafael Olivares says,
Olivares,
what campaign would you like to play next? So I think we were talking about. You're super excited about the space, D&D in space, man.
Because I'm gonna let you guys. So you guys, since you're here, you're gonna get a little quick preview of what we're gonna be coming up with, or what I'm coming up with. Spelljammers is a book that's coming out. But what I have is like the old copy of Spelljammers, like the way back one. And it always made me think, screw it, let's go to space. And since these guys have never played another game besides D&D.
Wait. I'm going to put some sci-fi music now, since we're talking about space. Yeah, so we're... give me a sec. Yeah.
What is that? Is that Doctor Who?
All right, go for it now. I'll put it on right now.
All right, and so... These guys have never had a chance to play anything besides D&D, which is on, like, the fantasy realm, the Sword Coast. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them go into space. And in space, no one can hear them scream and complain. So I'm an old school Trekkie fan. I watched the shows. I've watched Doctor Who. I've watched Stargate. I've watched them all. And I figured, you know what? They've never played anything else. They've never played Call of Cthulhu. They never played Warhammer. So I'm going to give them their first taste of an adventure that's outside of the fantasy comfort zone.
Okay.
And I think the first time one of them gets like face huggered from Alien, I think it'll set a new precedent for them.
Not gonna sleep all night. Like that.
And so when we do this like I did a half a session 0 where we kind of talked about it. I am gonna have to give out the consent forms. Like, also, are you okay to have a face hugger take you to dinner? And then
I still have the warning sign up. I think we're okay. I don't think you gotta ask.
Yeah, but that's all I need is one of my students to be like, hey, I know that guy. And that's actually true. One of my students, like, I went to my wife's graduate, and yesterday she was like, I didn't know you could breathe underwater. And I looked at her like, what the heck are you talking about? And I'm like, one of my TikToks. And she just looked at me like, and I'm like, touche. But all my other videos have the filter. Prove it. It's like, I'm sorry, are you 13? Because you should not be on TikTok or YouTube. You have to talk to your mom about that. Responsibility.
That's a whole different...
Actually, I don't care if my kids find me. Most of my stuff's pretty PG.
Yeah.
These mofo and elves. That's all I need. But yeah, so we're gonna go into space. They're gonna have space weapons. We're gonna have laser guns. We're gonna have. Okay, so I have my own version of the Borg, and they're just little conformist gnomes.
Okay.
I already know how I'm gonna introduce the elves. They're gonna be like, how many of you guys have ever seen Tenchi Muyo?
I've seen it.
You seen it?
Yeah.
And where their entire planet is just a giant freaking plant tree.
Oh, I don't remember that.
That's gonna. Well, those are gonna be my elves.
Okay.
They're gonna have giant spaceships made out of trees. And I'm gonna have like a full-on galactic war going on between the dwarves and the elves. Mm-hmm. If you guys don't know, dwarves have giant ass mountains as spaceships in Spelljammer. And I just think that'll be funny to see a couple of giant tree ships going like down space, and then you just see the Rocky Mountains like, yeah, like the entire Rocky Mountains, like 17 mountains just floating towards them. Because Dwarven mountains in Spelljammers, they're not just mountains. They have like giant faces carved in them with weapons and stuff. So you're gonna see like two mountains with like two giant hammers, like just Kool-Aid manning through a nebula, like yeah! Going to war. And these poor slubs are gonna be in the middle of it. Like I want to see how they handle that peace talk. And then of course you got to do the Captain Picard thing, where one of them's got to get captured and like gnomed up, like where he was turned into a Borg, and they're gonna have to like try and save your humanity or something.
Oh, definitely.
Someone's gonna get face huggered. We'll see if you survive it popping out of your chest and getting loose in your ship.
I felt like you kind of took us easy when you did the splad eggs on us.
Oh yeah, you have no idea.
Yeah, I feel like I was disappointed a little bit, just so you know.
Okay, if I had killed you with the splat eggs, would you have been happy about it?
I think I'll be
no.
happy. No.
You wouldn't have.
No, because you killed my Tuba died, right? I wasn't happy about it, but I understand it's part of the game. So yes, I'm happy that Tuba died at some point. I'm happy about it because
when his character Tuba died, he was, what level were you? 12, 10, 11, something like that.
Like 10.
Level 10.
Yeah.
Full player. He had 27 AC. And you know how he died? He first got introduced to his arch nemesis, which was a paladin that just hated orcs.
Yeah.
And immediately Hector was like, "Oh, that's my guy. That's the guy. That's the one I'm gonna beat up.
That's the motherfucker.
That's the guy." And when they both drowned due to a giant wave being summoned through magic, he's like, I could survive that. And when he did not, he's like, okay, here's the plan. They're going to save my body, get my armor, and it'll go on my newest tank. And you know what they found? They found his character stripped butt naked in the mud. Just
Yep. It was sad. Like, I think I sat there for like an hour while the game was still playing out. My character's just done. Like, yep, I'm dead. So that's all I can do right now.
but that was your first character dying. Hold on, real quick, because one of our members is asking me a question.
Oh, go for it.
Hey Nick, real quick, would you consider in space a planet of multi-headed dinosaurs like the comet from the MTG? Oh, I didn't even think about that. Wilderness dinosaur planet, already going in the vault. I definitely would.
There we go. I'm gonna grab some water real quick. I'll be back.
Go for it. I can answer these questions. Let's see what's going on here. Does DwarvenDad do magical rune crafting on weapons and armor? So DwarvenDad is a forge cleric, and he usually does things by hand. If you want to take it to get enchanted, that's another guy. I can introduce you for some coin, or you can just leave it here and we'll do it as a project together. You'll get a discount if you go through my guy. That's how we do that. What would DwarvenDad have to improve on a Warforged Assassin's revolving pistols? You gotta replace the whole metal. So the thing about Warforged in D&D is they're made out of like wood and rock. Now you gotta take that stuff out. You gotta get some good old Dwarven steel in there. And if you guys don't know, Dwarven ingots are way heavier than regular metal. That's why when you put on Dwarven armor, if you're not a dwarf, it's gonna like cut your speed in half. Let's see what else.
Or no, you see the glass? I'll do it.
Does DwarvenDad know the potion seller? Never touch the stuff.
You want to play a game or something? Alright, what I miss?
I made a new weapon. It's a steel sword with an oak wood handle with gator skin. Is it good? That depends. Is the handle rounded or is it oval? Is it going to help with blade alignment or is it a piece of junk?
I see a question right here that I wanted to answer.
Go for it.
So Nick Cypher is asking, how did we two meet? What's the story? So we both met in college the first time. And but we were kind of just more like acquaintances, right? We didn't really there was a gaming room at college, and I'll go in there once in a while, but most of the time I was doing my music thing. I think you were more on the nerd side stuff at that time, right?
Yeah. We used to have like a lot of gaming competitions, so I used to sit there and play like MVC3 and stuff like that. And that's just, I was always there, and he kind of swung by every once in a while. I think we had a mutual friend. I think it was Anthony, wasn't it?
Anthony, yeah.
Anthony was there. So we had a mutual friend.
Yeah, but then years later, so this is when I started discovering D&D. I was playing Dungeons and Dragons Neverwinter on the PC, and I was always been like a MMO RPG type person. So I played it for about a good 5 years, and it was starting to run stale for me, and I didn't really start. I haven't really played very much video games anymore. I just don't enjoy as much, and I started gravitating to this. I liked it because it's a little more social, and eventually I was like, I want to play this. I understand I need people to play with. I understand that it's hard to get people to play it if you don't DM, so I bought the starter set, and I started reading that, and once I read through all of it and it felt kind of comfortable, I went on Facebook and just been like, hey, who wants to come and play? And then Nick was one of the persons like, yeah, he's like, yeah, I want to play.
Oh,
and then you mentioned it was like just the perfect timing, right? You said it was like perfect timing for you?
Yeah, my DM had lost his shit, and and we all had to abandon ship, so I hadn't played in a while. And then Hector had posted it, and I had friended him on Facebook, and I knew him, and I saw it, and I'm all like, "Oh, he's gonna DM." I didn't know. I remember your post said something like you hadn't played before or something like that.
Yeah.
Just you were looking for a group, and I had DM before, so I was like, you know what, I could probably get him to hand the rant. I'm a girl. Sorry, I'm still my sister-in-law. Mine. Or your sister's, one of the two.
Alright, while he's doing that, I'm gonna get the dice tower that he gave me the first time he came to visit. I was like super surprised.
All right, I'll be right back, guys.
Okay, he'll be back. Okay, well he'll be back then. I'm gonna try to get this dice tower. Here, give me a second. I have it like right here. I need to turn on the light. That is bright. I might just keep that on. There we go. I got it right here. 1 second. All right. So this is so I invited people over, and Nick just happened to be one of the ones that said yes, I want to play. And I was like, I'm going to DM because it's kind of like a nice thing to do. And I knew that Nick mentioned that he played before, but I didn't know that he was like really freaking good at DMing, and he's been playing for like 10 years already at that time. So when he came to visit, he got me the official castle dice tower, right? He just had it. He's like, oh, it's an extra one. I like how it says 17 plus over here on this corner, but this is how it looks like. And I used that. I think I used it that game like once, but I wasn't comfortable how to actually use it. That dice tower, or when to use it. You know, when you first DM, and you're just like, there's so many things happening. But I see I still got it in the box here. So I don't use it very much, but there it is. That's a dice tower that Nick gave me for my first game session as a DM. Pretty nice. Has a little dragon there. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I gotta start using it. Essentially, you can drop a dice here and here, and then this one back here in the middle. So you can jump up. You can drop up to 3 of them. I'm not sure if this is just dirty from Nick or something. But it's like, or that's like, it's meant to do that. It's kind of like a blackish right there over the logo, Dungeons & Dragons logo. But yeah, but that's kind of how we met. Just invited him out, and he just said yes. And so I DM'd for a good, almost a good year. And I was just doing the starter set of Mind of Fan Delver. And that just took us about a year or so to run the whole thing with, you know, some people can make it, some other people couldn't. And after that, there were some new people that's kind of the current group we have right now. The people who stuck around, and we added a few, Joshua and Fang with us. But Connor, Bryce, and Steven was with us as well. So maybe they'll show up here later once they're off of work. But yeah, I just showed them the dice tower right now.
Oh,
the
nice.
one that he gave me. So.
Hey, Sev, welcome to the Forge. Oh, sweet more.
Oh yeah, did Forge? Oh yeah, Seb. Thank you, Seb. I didn't notice that. Awesome. So I see a question. Did he already answer this question? It says, hey Nick, as a DM or player, how would you run or make a red mage character?
Ooh.
Yeah, it says.
So.
Yep. Go ahead.
The red mages I'm accustomed to are all like Final Fantasy Tactics or online. Damn, that's a good question. I think I would have to multi-class into like. Nah, I wouldn't even want to multi-class. I'd probably have to make my own version of it. I would have a bunch of buffs. So I'd probably take from the the Bard's spell tree or the Bard's ability to inspire. I'd pull from the Cleric like the guidance, give that like a different ability. Then I'd have to get stuff like the sleep spell, poison. I'd probably give them a paralysis type ability. Just anything that's crowd control. So essentially you can play a wizard version of a red mage, but I would give them their own thing where they can do the crowd control, where they get bonuses to it, and then I would also give them the ability to buff the party. So a combo, essentially a bard cleric wizard would be my creation.
Not bad. Let's see. So I'm looking through. I keep scrolling up and down, and I keep finding questions that I missed the first time, which is good. So does DwarvenDad do magical rune crafting on weapons and armor?
No, we got a guy for that. But if you want to go through us, we'll take a piece off. We do commission.
I thought you would. I thought DwarvenDad would do magical runes.
DwarvenDad is a forge cleric, which means his stuff becomes automatically imbued. That's why.
Okay.
It's not Fiji.
So am I reading this question correctly? This is what would DwarvenDad have to improve on a Warforged assassin revolving pistols? So it's Warforged assassins.
I answered part of that. Because they're canonically made of wood and frickin' rock. Here, ladies. That's probably the one you want. Well, tempura. These are vegan if you want some of that. No, that's why I'm giving them to you.
Tell us about the vegan. Tell us about
I know my wife bought
vegan
donuts, and they asked, would you want one? And I said no. You literally just saw me eating barbecue. If the world didn't want me eating meat, it wouldn't have taught people how to throw rocks.
Right. I hear vegan donuts are kind of weirdish. Regular vegan donuts, I will say right now, are kind of trash. They're okay. I have had good vegan donuts, but I had to go like all the way to LA to get them. And those were at do you guys know who Danny Trejo is? Yeah. Like Danny Trejo's tacos?
Yeah, Machete. Yeah, so we went to Danny Trejo's donuts, because he has donuts and he has a taco shop. Mm-hmm. And it is the only vegan donut I ever had that wasn't a cake donut. It was like an actual fluffy donut. Mm. And they're hella good. It was like a margarita one.
Nice.
1 second.
Yeah, do your thing.
Cálmate!
That went in my ear.
Cálmate. Wait, how much Spanish do you know?
How much do I know? Not a lot.
Not a lot. Just enough to tell him, cállate.
Well, I'm Filipino and indigenous, so...
Didn't you learn that too? You said the 23andMe?
Yeah. What tribe?
I don't know. I fall under the category of a bastard. So... That's you heard it here first, guys. That's why DwarvenDad is so critical of his own kids. Good. I don't know, guys. I'm a mutt. I'm literally made from a ton of things.
Say hi, Adam.
English royalty. That's as purebred as they get, and they're all...
Max 3 Cube. Hello.
have I ever made an axe that splits goblins into thirds? Yes, once.
Did you
And
really?
it got my account temporarily banned, if you guys remember.
Oh. So you made an axe after that video?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It survived for all of 10 minutes. I used some oh my god, what is that cheap weld, the epoxy weld? Because I just had a broken axe head, so I was like, whatever. And I slapped it on, put the video up, and it's like banned. And to get my account back for like a week.
Gotcha. I just want to take a quick moment to say that we are under 300 subscribers away from 100,000. It's getting closer and closer.
Only 300 away?
Yeah, I'm not sure when it will happen. Maybe it'll happen midnight or something. I was thinking it would hit earlier, but who knows? Who knows? Right now.
Because everyone's holding out because they want to be the 100,000.
You want to be the 100,000? I was like, oh, I want to be that person.
We only need 295 more.
That's it. That's what we need. Brag, like, share this with all your friends and families and your doctors. I like to say share with your doctors.
Doctors.
Yeah, your pediatrician. Share with your grandma. Let's see.
Let's see here. Would you make Guts Dragon Slayer sword? Oh, Jesus. That's just a huge piece of wrought iron. I can't remember how heavy they said that thing. I think they said it was like, what, 100 pounds? Or
what
not
is
100
the
pounds,
Dragon Slayer sword?
Yeah, the Dragon Slayer sword.
No clue.
You gotta think, that thing's about yay thick, about, what was it, 6 feet long? Yeah, that thing's gotta be heavy as shit. Like, it's doable. Like, I've seen people make swords that big where they can lift it. That's completely other animal. I want to get into forging a lot of stuff. It's like something I'm actually working on right now. I'm trying to get a hold of a new mini anvil. I found a couple of good ones at an antique shop. And, you guys may not realize this, but an anvil about yay big, it'll run you about 100, 120 bucks. Even my small one, I have a small anvil you guys probably see me use when I'm fixing my armor. It's about yay big. That thing is like 27, 28 bucks just for a small piece of metal.
That's not bad.
And so, it's not bad. But I want to get like an old school antique one because I know it's got the wear and tear. I know I know it can handle its business. And I'm trying to get into cold forging, and it's just forging without heat.
Okay.
It's just reshaping metal. Sorry, things like all messed up, and it's just shaping metal. And what I'm trying to do right now is like I've done stuff like I've worked on cars, I work with metal, but I've never done anything that's like super precise, like me personally. And someone said, "Hey, why don't you make I forget what the actual name for it is, but it's like making swords out of nails." And there are some people that get like really detailed with them. And I'm always looking for a new hobby or something to do. And I thought, you know what, that'd be a pretty sick thing for DwarvenDad to do. Sit there and make little swords out of nails and see how detailed I can get them. Who knows, if I get good enough, I might just start giving them out as prizes or something.
There we go. It looks like we got Fang on Zoom here with us, but I'm not sure if he can hear us.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you there.
Wait, hold on. Something is wrong. I need to change something.
Okay,
Is his face visible? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, well, we don't see you, which is
okay.
We don't see you, which you typically don't want us to do. So you're good there.
No, wait, hold on. How do I change? I can change my name, right?
Yeah, if you go to participants, and then actually, what you want me to change?
There we go.
You want me to change it to Kevin or what?
Yeah, change it to my real name.
Just to your real name.
Kevin.
Like
That's right. It's what my parents gave me when I was birthed into this world. It's only right that I would not lie to my fans and to the whoever the hell watches us.
So put Kevin's 6-armed gnome.
Yeah, put Kevin on there. You know, it's.
There you go. That's more appropriate. So if you guys don't know who Kevin is, Kevin's the 6-armed gnome in our D&D game, and he's just magical.
You know, I mean, some say it's magical. It's the drugs. I'm not gonna lie. That's what keeps me going.
Oh man. But yeah. I'll say, we says, I'm proud of DwarvenDad even if he isn't proud of me. And then even says,
I'm proud of me too.
It says, we always ask DwarvenDad if he is proud of us, but we never tell him we are proud of him.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I have one person that's been following me since I had 3 followers. Yeah. And every day he's like, DwarvenDad, please tell me, because he asked me the question, what would make me proud? And every day I answer, he's like, will you tell me now? And every day I answer, soon. And it's been like a year. Every day, tell me. And I'm like, soon.
Love me, DwarvenDad.
And then he was gone for like a month, and then he just showed up. Are you going to tell me now? And I'm like, soon.
Pay attention to me, Daddy.
He unfollowed, and then like 2 weeks later, he followed back and like, are you going to tell me now? I'm like, soon.
So what I miss? I know I came here a little earlier than usual, but you know.
So we started around like 400 and something.
Yeah.
Subscribers. So we've been on here for about like 2 hours or so, and so far we got about 300 subscribers. We need about 300 more, and we've just been chatting with the chat here, answering the questions.
Okay,
good conversations.
Chat. Feel free to ask me some questions too, chat. You know, don't leave me out.
Yeah, don't leave Kevin out.
Ask me anything about anything. You know, because I know everything, and if you want to learn, if you feel like doing some learning today, I'm happy to hand out some age-old wisdom.
Yeah, and
to you guys.
And I like how our chat monitor, Jonah Saxify, says, "Who the fuck is Yuh-Boy? Get him out of here. I want Kevin."
Yeah,
this is Heather.
Yeah, it's, you know, I don't know who this loser Yuh-Boy guy is, but you know, we don't need people like that.
So Kevin's a part of our D&D group.
For now.
And well, as long as you like to stay, I think he's never played D&D. I was in the army with him, and I invited him over, and so he's brand new. He's learning all the rules, but I told him, like, you're a natural, man. We enjoy having you play with us, and you're doing everything just right.
I'm surprised they haven't kicked me out yet with all the shit I said during the sessions.
Okay,
I'm just like, how are you tolerating
Kevin? You have a question, bro. Kevin, you have a question. This is from.
Fuck yeah, I don't care.
This is from our member.
All right, just kidding. Go ahead.
This is from our member DK Hoppings Gaming. He says, "Why you have 6 arms, Kevin? Did you do the meth?" Did you hear that?
Pass. Yeah.
Like you plead the
Next
fifth?
question.
You plead the fifth, or
I'm not gonna answer hypotheticals. I'm not here for that.
I can answer that. Kevin had never used Hero Forge before in his life. He just kept clicking arm.
No, you should.
They just kept popping up, and then he didn't know how to take them off. We had a game starting in like 5 minutes, so he screen capped, and that's what happened.
And then he added a banana.
This is fake news, you guys. You don't. This is not who I am. Everyone knows me in the D&D community. I've been around for decades. I played every session you guys ever seen. I've been in it, believe it or not.
I have a picture of you, so let me just put.
This is fake news. I swear to God, if you show them my picture, I will.
No, not your actual picture. I mean a picture.
I
of
will
Kevin.
Find you.
He looks exactly like his avatar too, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Here, there's Kevin.
6 arms.
Perfect.
So everybody can see now on YouTube. If they're on YouTube, you can see a big old gnome with it's a token. So you can kind of see he has 6 arms. He didn't give me a really good picture, so I can't use the other one. But that's Kevin right there.
It's an avatar where you truly you look at it and you kind of tell yourself, wow, God truly exists, and he took his time with Kevin.
Wait. I just remember by looking at this, you're blind, so you can't see. You have 6 arms.
That's why in that boss fight, when everyone else is blinded in horrible pain, Kevin's like, "What's the problem, guys? What's going on?"
Yeah, natural blind sight.
Yeah.
Kevin is all about love, and we know love is blind. Okay, so that's why I have those bandages around my eyes. It's like, who needs eyes? I have a tongue, I have a mouth, I have hooks. Really, in a relationship, that's really all you need. Just a nice working mouth.
So Seb says, "I'm here to the end, Father. Notice me."
Wait, which father are you talking?
The only father around here right now.
The only father? Well, I mean, DwarvenDad is a daddy, but he ain't.
You guys are gonna learn one thing about DwarvenDad right now. when the wife is on his ass, he has to roll. So, this is unfortunate, guys, but I'm gonna have to bounce for a little bit.
Should I try to keep the stream going? Or should we just do something tomorrow? We'll do something tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, you guys, if you want to come back, swing back tomorrow, you will see DwarvenDad in full Dwarven armor and get up.
Delicious.
There we go. That's
I'm coming.
What we'll do.
All right.
Okay, well, sounds like he's gotta go, and then all of you are sure not gonna stick around for me. I doubt it.
Hold on, I'll answer a few real quick.
So I'm looking towards the end.
Kevin gave you a smooch. I apologize. Kevin gave you a smooch. Did
He
a magic
asked
bullet
for
or
it, that
magic alien
motherfucker.
kill JFK? I have no idea. Kevin, are you sure you don't remember me from the last stream? He does.
Listen,
Kevin, why did she leave me? Because she saw Kevin.
She can't handle the beauty.
No, if you're in a loving relationship and you see Kevin, you'd leave your own spouse. It's not that you don't. It's not that you like Kevin more or that you love them less. It's just Kevin physically repulses people to that level where they can no longer physically be intimate ever again.
You pronounce captivated wrong. I just wanted to let you know that.
Duly noted.
A lot of people don't realize this, but Kevin has a 7th hook. It's just not visible.
They call it the mini hook.
Hey, no.
The really mini hook.
Ain't nothing mini about it, am I right, guys? Ayo.
Alrighty, guys. You guys take care and ho, sweet morning. Thank you for joining the Force.